Well, I'm now joined in our studio here at the World Retail Congress in Amsterdam by Thibaut Munier, who is the co-founder and the CEO of Numberly. Thibaut, thanks very much indeed for being with us. My strategy to get through my mathematics class and actually my statistics class at university was to sit at the back. I've realised that was probably completely the wrong strategy. Why have retailers suddenly become in love with numbers analytics? They've had data for years and years.
This is a great question. You know, I think in the classroom, if we keep this metaphor, there is now a big elephant, and this is Amazon. And obviously, I think they played a huge role because they scare everyone in the room, and that makes an absolute priority for retailers to actually make sense of their data, organize them, leverage them, use them to first maybe increase the quality of their interactions with the end consumers, but also try to change, and this is, I believe, a hot topic, the relationships they have with brands.
So roll the clock on to where we are at the moment. It seems now that it's impossible to do any data analytics without the words artificial intelligence in one form or another being associated with them. Can you help us dissect the myth from the reality? Is artificial intelligence the saviour of understanding this data, or is it actually much more profound than just that?
I don't know if it's the savior. I would say it's an unavoidable step that is very important for each retailer. Machine learning, as I prefer to call it, brings so much insights. And again, it's teaching a computer to learn. So when you have so much data out there, it's great to rely on a computer to help you gain some insights. Now, at the end of the day, I think humans are going to be useful for a very long time, and that's probably good news.
Well, I'm glad you said that. If a retailer wants to start to play around with this machine learning technology, what are the building blocks? I mean, can you literally just sort of turn it on, or do you have to go through a number of stages to get there?
I'm afraid there's a couple of stages.
There's always a catch.
But I would say, start with the basic. And when you have a loyalty card, well, awesome. Well, try to first connect your loyalty card data with your on-site and e-commerce data, and then start asking questions. You know, the hardest thing is always to find the right questions. You should spend 80% of your time trying to find a question, and then, as Einstein said, use the remainder to try to answer them.
And what skills in the organisation do you now need in order to do that? Because in a sense, when you say, I want to link this data set with another data set, not really certain what that's going to entail, and then asking the right questions. Who in the organisation asks the questions? Who in the organisation interrogates the data? Who's the owner of all of that?
Well, I could answer so many professions with names such as data engineers and data scientists and data gurus and all those data folks. But at the end of the day, I think it's all about putting whoever you have in the same room. And it's so much about transformation of the organizations rather than gaining some fuzzy new skills that maybe you only find in Israel or in some most advanced places. So I think as a starting point, I would put the people in the same room.
Simple as that.
I think so.
And finally, give us a feel for what the size of the prize is. What insights, in your experience and the work that you've been doing, have come out of the fusing of data, the asking the right questions, teaching the computer to learn?
Well, the first answer, the stake in the prize is survival.
Well, there can't be a bigger stake than that.
Right.
Really, you think is as fundamental as that?
For many players, this is true. I mean, many retailers, if they don't organize their data right, I mean, the consumers are changing so fast that they're going to have massive issues. And we see that already for some retailers. Now, obviously, once you have set the basics, you can go for a great additional market share, obviously. And so I think selling more to your existing customers, so really at last measuring and optimizing lifetime value, trying to optimize a little bit the media you buy, try to focus this media on the right people you want to target. There are some fantastic innovations like data onboarding and incrementality-based algorithms that really allow now retailers to make sure that they spend on the right people and not the consumers that have no chance to ever come to their store. This is, you could say, the one-to-one, story we heard 20, 30 years ago. But
Indeed.
the thing is, it is actually possible for less than 2-3 years, honestly. So I think that the big changes are ahead.
Well, Thibaut, thank you very much indeed for joining us, the co-founder and CEO of Numberly. Thank you very much indeed.
My pleasure. Thank you so much for the invite.